broadcasting hope and maybe a laugh. A spiral tongue of mischievous wit, just trying to soften life's hard hit. We stand together, although you roam. My voice will guide you and bring you home. Through midnight mists and candle glow, stories ripple, soft and slow. Whispers weave where shadows play, and dreamers wake before the day. Tune your heart where the wild winds blow, and follow the tide to the radio. Flowing waters and ancient stones, source remembered deep in your bones. The rivers hum, the path calls, echoes dance through the ancient halls. A spiral tongue of moonlit wit whispers truths you half admit. We drift together, and though apart we roam, my voice is always a current and will always lead you home. Beneath the dark, the dream unfolds, silver threads through the stories told. Beneath each breath, the night hums low. The pulse, the wave, the undertow. Surrender softly. Let it flow. And lose yourself in the dark moon radio. Good morning. Welcome to the Dark Moon Radio. Here we are again on a Friday morning. Now, yes, I wasn't about yesterday. I had things that needed to be doing. I've had a stroke, so I can't do everything. And I'm a little bit trembly today because yesterday I did a little bit too much. So it's like, you borrow spoons from one day to use to the next. And then the next day you're like, okay, gonna take it easy today. Gonna just make it like an easy. I'm gonna play lots of music basically. Try not to talk too much, but I always talk too much, so it's gonna happen. Hello YouTube. I think I've got YouTube working. It's like, wow, I'm amazing. I managed to get YouTube working without any drama this morning. It's amazing what you can do when you really put your mind to it. But
Keep going. You're better than this than you think. Dark Moon Radio.
Yep, I'm better than this than I think. Well, oh dear, it was a long drive yesterday, and I'm fine at the driving. I just get a little lost every now and again. Just like, I'm like, where am I? The driving, I managed city centres like a champ. I was great. It's all muscle memory. I have been driving for 30 plus years, and Yeah, I'm fine with the driving. I even took a test to know that I am good with the driving. That wasn't the problem. The problem was, oh dear, yeah, getting lost. I've got Google Maps. You'd have thought I could do Google Maps. I've been doing that. No, somehow I can't. So I get lost a bit. But I managed to do what I needed to do and then came home again. And then there was like hailstorms. Sleet hits the windscreen. Clump, clump, clump. It's like, okay, just breathe. We've done this before. No need to get excited about it. Just chill out. And my partner was really lovely. He bought me all these puddings. It's like, so I've had a sugar overdose as well. It's like, I love sugar. It's too much, though. And yeah, there was meringue. What can one do with meringue and cream? We just have to eat it up. And yeah, sugar overdose. But that was yesterday. Today is another day. We just rinse it out. We've got some water, lots and lots of water. Oof. But yeah, I'm going to take a gentle day today. So let's weave some power into things.
Hear me now as the circle spins, a spell of power that rises within. From breath to word, from word to tone, I claim my voice, I make it known. Let rhythm gather, let cadence grow, let the truth in my marrow begin to flow. With every line my present expands, a leader who rises by heart, not hands. My voice is a beacon, a silver flame, drawing the weary, the curious, the sane. Resonant, steady, magnetic in flight, a star that speaks in the hush of the night. Let those who hear, feel, called to me, like waves returning to their sea. Let listening deepen, let interest spark, let echoes follow long after the dark. By breath and beat, by pulse and spell, my stories hold where others fell. I speak in layers, root, bone, sky, a voice remembered when moments no force, fly. No bind, no shadowed chain, just truth that rises through loss and pain. Authentic fire, a sovereign tone, the strength that stands and lives alone. I sing, I speak, I weave, I rise. My voice is heard through many eyes, magnetic, bright, enduring, clear. I call my people ever near. As the spiral turns, my reach grows wide, flowing outward, tide by tide. Those meant to hear will feel the call, a gentle pull, the softest thrall. Round and round the spiral wings, the power gathers, the power breathes. Spell begins, voice awoken, spell begins again. What I speak, the world will keep. Round and round the spiral wings, power gathers, power breathes. Voice awoken, old and deep. What I speak, the world will keep. Voice awoken, old and deep. What I speak, the world will keep. Round and round the spiral weaves, the power gathers, the power breathes. I speak, I sing, I weave, I rise. My voice is heard through many eyes. The magnetic, bright, enduring, clear. Spell I call my people ever new. From breath to word, from word to tone. I claim my voice, I make it known.
There we go. I claim my voice, though it may be stuttery in places and, yes, a little fluttery. But there we go. We're remembering the words at least. Cool. Waking up with no memory to nouns. I had a problem with nouns, basically. It was like I couldn't work out the words for sock and shoe and my partner's name, and it was like, oh my goodness. And I am very grateful for I can do that now. I can find the words I'm looking for, mostly. It's funny, when I get nervous, when I get over emotional or stressed, yeah, they go away a bit. So this is why I'm doing my radio again, because basically I've got to just get over it. I'm not going to be dependent all my life. I'm looking to join a gym. They're a bit expensive, and yeah, life has got very expensive. I'm not daft, but going for a swim every day would be useful. I can take it slow. Everybody's, oh, don't take it slow. Good girl. Ah, fuck off. But it's like I've got to get back some dependence and independence, because oh dear, it's driving me crazy. It's a lesson. I get the lesson. Thank you for the lesson. But I've also been writing stuff on. I wrote a podcast called "The Brain in a Cast," because that's how it is. It's like I've got to be. I've never actually broken a bone, but in a cast, it's got to mend. It's got to heal, and I've got to keep myself stable. And to be honest, I'm not entirely sure how. Yesterday was obviously too much, but hey, I have to get these things done. You have to do stuff. And you may not be able to do them well, but it still needs to get done. So yes, My Brain in a Cast, that's a podcast. I've got that coming out. I've got a spell song to match it, because of course I do. I get the podcast out, and then I start putting it into rhyme, and then eventually I will record it. But when I read, I'm still stuttering a lot when I read. So reading it and performing it into a microphone hasn't actually happened yet. I'm still getting there. Ah, dear. There's high levels of frustration, and I've seen this in other people going through the same thing, so I'm allowed to. But I ate too much sugar last night, so that's the frustration at the moment. But we shall pass. This shall pass. This will get better. I'm given enough time to sort of mend myself, and I'm thankful that I am thankful. I am actually exceedingly thankful that it wasn't far worse. So there's a lot of gratitude in me, because I understand and I see how bad it could have been. It's like, whoa, yeah, all right. This is old England. This is one of my favorites. Pagan Britain. I've rejoined Twitter, X. Do you know why? Because there's an awful lot of Christian nationalism started up again. And they're saying that England has been a Christian country. And I would like, no. It's maybe a majority Christian country at the moment, but in the past it hasn't been, and a lot of the pagan stuff went underground. You can't say that it's always been a Christian country. Christian nationalism. Ooh, look, I don't have a problem with Christianity, but let's just get the facts right, okay? Paganism built this country, right? The look at the old stones, you want to look at your old Stonehenge for something, pagan Britain. So I'm sprinkling hashtag pagan Britain across social medias these days, because it's like, get your facts right. I don't mind you saying it's a majority Christian now, and yes, Christian values are not a bad thing. I'm not anti-Christian values. In fact, Christian values I'm quite fond of, because it's matured into something that is actually quite worthwhile. But pagan Britain, we built this place. I'm not going to get pedantic, but it's fun anyway. Anyway, old England.
Old England's echo. Breathe the mist, remember the moon. From silence to song, we are reborn. streets below and stars above.
Old England still
We
speaks
turn
to
the
us
wheel
every morning.
with breath.
The stones still hum where the rivers bend, whispering tales that never quite end. Roots remember what the crowns forget. Dreams. Once met, the land breathes slow through hidden veins. We must create. Breathe in the soil, the dew, the song. You have been here all along. Call the past through present breath, and weave new life from ancient death. The wheel turns not in haste, but grace. Each soul a mirror, each age a face. Walk between worlds with open eyes. The old gods rise where the new sun lies. Walk between worlds with open eyes. The old gods rise, and the sun will too.
Old England calls, we answer true. Through stone and stream, through me and you. Round and round the echoes spin. The spell begins and begins again. The spell begins and begins again. The spell begins and begins again. We are woven, we are true. We walk this path in the mist with you.
Mystical magic England. Yeah, it's a little bit misty out there. Well, it's mostly damp. I think the mist was a sort of a damp thing. It rained a lot yesterday. We're in the sort of the April showers in May. It happens. It's not unusual. It's not strange. It happens. Yeah. The weather here is pretty much normal. Trust me, I live pretty close to it, and it's pretty much normal. The storms that are crossing, yeah, okay, sometimes it's April, sometimes it's May, but still, April showers are a thing. It's where the sun come from. Some. See, this is where when I get tired, and I'm very tired today, my words just disappear. So it's like they don't get in the right order. And I'm very, very conscious of it. And people say, I wouldn't know if you didn't tell me. It's like, yeah, I used to be a lot faster. Your scars prove you survived what tried to break you. That's not nothing. Dark Moon Radio. No, it's not nothing. It's definitely not nothing. But it's interesting. It's mentionable because it's like we go through changes, each change, and some changes take away and add in other places. but certainly, yeah, I've lost a bit of myself, and I'm sure I shall find areas. I was thinking, yeah, when I wrote the podcast, the brain in a cast, and how I have the opportunity now to sort of, since my brain is going through, what do they call it, sort of plasticity, neuroplasticity, something like that. To repattern myself into something else. And then I thought about it, and I think, like, what else? What else would you like to be able to do? Yeah. Any ideas? I mean, I obviously had a template when I started, like when I was a kid, how I sort of wanted to sort of be when I grow up. And yeah, it sort of molded itself to environment and things that happened, and yeah, trauma and all of that. So your brain is kind of, inside you've got this idea, and outside it's sort of shaped as well. But then things happen, and the shape somehow takes a different turn, and then another different turn, and then you're somebody you're not quite sure of, and then you've got to change again. So if I could, I've got the chance of changing the template of my brain. What would I like to look like? How would I like to be? Um, and I'm like, I was kind of fond of the old me. I'd kind of spent a long time, putting that one into shape. But if there was something I needed to add to it, what would that be? And I'm still thinking about it. Ideas on a postcard. You can always get in touch. Dark Moon Rocks community on WhatsApp. I'm there. There's some nice people on there, and yeah, it's where you can get in touch a lot easier. Right, let's go on to heal. A healing song. And also, I don't know if she's up yet. Probably not up yet. It's too early in the morning for her. She's going through tough times too. She needs some healing too. So this is for Karen.
As I listen to these sounds and soften my mind, the healing wakes in tension aligned through breath and worship and inner flame. My scattered pieces return again. I watch the glow unwind the pain, loosening shadows that once held rain. No rush, no force, no heavy demand, just gentle power rebuilding body, spirit, bone, breath, life returning from its stolen theft. Strength in stillness, hope in rest. I mend the places that hurt the best. Old wounds loosened, tightness releases. My soul gathers back its missing pieces. Calmness takes root where the ache has grown. I rise again in flesh and bone. Round and round the spiral flows, throw weary limbs in heavy lows. Each loop a balm, each whispered grace, a soft renewal taking place. I heal by presence, not by fight. My inner world returns to light, and that which was lost finds wholly new, whole restored, which is finally free. Let the light say, I've got you.
There we go. A lot of people need healing these days. Yeah. I just got to rise up and fight another day. Just another day. Just another step. Just another space forward. Because that's what we do.
Welcome to the Dark Moon Radio. Let's get real.
You know, reality is like overrated sometimes. Overrated reality. It's like sometimes you're just like, I can't do reality. I want a little bit of fantasy. But the other day I watched the series. I've never seen it before. And I quite like. It was one of the things I've got on my to-do list because my partner got Netflix, and so I've been watching Peaky Blinders. And I thought, well, this was the 1920s, I think it was. Yeah, it was just after the World War One. I thought it would be sort of educational, I guess, because I didn't know much about that time. And I certainly didn't know about what was going on in Birmingham, and I'd never heard of Tommy Shelby. And it was all very people-like. It's like people doing people stuff. And I'm not a great fan of that, to be honest. It's like I was never into the soaps, you know, the EastEnders and the Coronation Street. They just didn't hold my interest. If I wanted people stuff, I'd just look around. And the interesting part, I suppose, was the set and the costumes and stuff and how it was in the old days. That was the interest. But I also like, now I don't know whether it's true to life. I don't know whether it is a historic fact. But the way his brain, this Tommy Shelby's brain, could work through it, and he was like, he could think faster and he could plan out things, kind of like chess. And, you know, where they're like 3 or 4 moves ahead. So you're going to move like that, and I can pretty much guarantee you're going to behave like this, and I could counteract, and then you will do that, and I will do this. You know how those people's brains work? Wow. If I could change my brain plasticity into something, I don't think I could. It's a little bit like, whoa, a long way away. Strategize. Where you can, I see things as they're going to happen, but I can't counteract and, 3 or 4 moves ahead. I'm usually just 1 move and I'm like stuffed then. But how people can, strategy, like the big generals, they must have had to do that during war, it would have been, the pressure would have been immense. But if you watch any of like Troy, the Helen of Troy things, not the latest one, that's going to be a load of rubbish, but some of the one with Brad Pitt and things like that, and how these generals must have strategized on a larger basis. Now, this gangster guy up in Birmingham in the 1920s, he seemed to have that sort of, it was portrayed as if he did anyway, and he could almost predict what was going to be the fallout. And it was pretty sad because he was very much alone. He was obviously very much traumatized by the war. What came out was this brain that just was cold, merciless, and wow. That's what I got out of that. This is what I do on my time off. I watch soaps, and I end up sort of looking at the motivations and how they actually did it. It was impressive, okay? As I said, I don't know whether it was history, it was just a show, but I still was quite impressed. Right, let's, there we go. Broadcasting from the Witch's Waterways. You're inside the circle now. Yep, the Waterways. It's pretty chilly out there today. It's only like 8 degrees. I like it double figures. Bring it up to 10 and I'm a happy baby. But yeah, it's damp out there. There's a lot of it's a lot of wet things on the roof. Ah, well, everything dries. The sun will come out eventually. Let's play why and how. Earth-rooted and wind-crafted. Life feels together and less shafted. Just lay your hand on an old circle stone and feel the time and space take you straight home. Don't overthink the why and the how. Just feel the strength of the earth in you now. Earth-rooted and wind-crafted. Life feels together and less shafted. Just lay your hand on an old circle stone and feel the time and space take you straight home. Don't overthink the why and the how. Just feel the strength of the earth in the now. Earth-rooted and wind-crafted. Life feels together and less shafted. Just lay your hand on an old circle stone and feel the time and space take you straight home. Don't overthink the why and the how. Just feel the strength of the earth in the now. Earth-rooted and wind-crafted. Life feels together and less shafted. Just lay your hand on an old circle stone and feel the time and space take you straight home. Don't overthink the why and the how. Just feel the strength of the earth in the now. Earth-rooted and wind-crafted. Life feels together and less shafted. Just lay your hand on an old circle stone and feel the time and space take you straight home. Don't overthink the why and the how. Just feel the strength of the earth in you now. Oh, that was lively. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm that lively today. Certainly gave me a little bit of like, that's a jolt to start with. Never mind. But yes, I do have some energy. There is energy there. I'm just sort of having a mellow morning, all right? There is energy. There is about. But yeah, and when I get energetics, I go for it. But yeah, we're a bit mellow today. I get it. It's a bit much sometimes when you go from one to the other that quickly. Underneath the noise, underneath the doubt, there's something in you that just won't quit. You've always had it, you just forget sometimes. Dark Moon Radio. Look, I get that the world is invented just to grind you down. Okay, the body's going to grind down, ebbs and flows. Peaky Blinders, that would living in that time would have been hard. I mean, living pretty much every time has got its hardship, but yeah, I get that the world grinds you down, right? But eventually we all fall. But right now, I'm not willing to fall. Okay, right now I am seriously sort of going to pick myself up again. I have to rise again. I know how to. I've done it before. In fact, I've done it most of my life. Is you get off your knees and you rise again. The Phoenix energy, I know it inside out. I've written a book about it. I'm rewriting the last chapter because I've got more to add to it now. This will strengthen me. But some days, some days I'm tired and I'm more wearier than others. I'm going to play Uncle Stanley. This Uncle Stanley, yeah, it reminds me of the gangster stuff. I know nothing about gangsters communities. I know nothing about that sort of life. Right? I just what I see on movies. Totally, but this is something I got from Pixabay, and it made me laugh. It amused me.
You messed this up. I'll introduce you to Uncle Stanley.
The written word is a powerful thing. It can create waves that can make you howl or sing. Take what you can weave and make life fly. You're not just here to pay bills and die. In you is a splinter of a god's creation. I use my words and colour to weave my intention. But yours may take a different form. Just take a leap and sound your horn. Now's your time to grasp the nettle. It may sting a bit, but you do prove your mettle.
Alright, you messed this up. I'll introduce you to Uncle Stanley.
The written word is a powerful thing. It can create waves that can make you howl or sing. Take what you can weave and make life fly. You're not just here to pay bills and die. In you is a splinter of a god's creation. I use my words and colour to weave my intention. But yours may take a different form. Just take a leap and sound your horn. Now's your time to grasp the nettle. It may sting a bit, but you do prove your mettle.
Alright, you messed this up. I'll introduce you to Uncle Stanley.
I like Uncle Stanley. Yeah. It's weird. I get it's weird. I do. I really get it's weird. But you know what? I don't like normal. It is a direct rebellion against the norm. Because norm is like, I don't know, it doesn't seem to get people that far by being normal. And it gets them very sad. There's an awful lot of trauma and a lot of sad. I've been normal. Tried that. I did. I tried it for a while. Many, many years. Too many years. And looking back, nah. You feel the same. Yeah. Because it took me a long time to realise that there's very few places that feel like home. I mean, like really home. There's a place where you sleep, and there's a place you come back to, and the place you clean, and there's a place where you get your pets, and everybody's nice to you, and they feed you. They feed you nice foods and stuff. And that's kind of home for a while, but nothing lasts. Home changes, becomes not so home. And there is no stability, there is no permanent safety structure. So what place feels like home to you? I mean, it's for a little while. It can be good. It can be the best place ever. But everything changes, you move on, the world moves on, and suddenly home changes. And so building a sort of a safe space inside your head is, in my world, was the only thing I could do. So I built myself a home on a beach. I had a beautiful beach hut, beautiful sparkling Pacific color ocean, and yeah, I up amongst the cliffs. I had a beautiful house inside my head. Yeah, okay. So I knew it wasn't real. It's just a place where I could just chill out. And yeah, I had a cat there. One looked like my cat. It wasn't my cat. I can tell the difference between reality and fantasy, honestly. But yes, they tell me I shouldn't do that sort of thing because you might lose reality. Sometimes reality sucks, so losing reality is not a bad thing. But you've got to know the difference, and that didn't really worry me that much. But when I came back from my stroke, when I woke up that morning after my stroke, it's like everything was out of focus. And I did lose my beach. And sometimes you're thinking, well, it's time to build a new beach, build a new one. Let's have a sort of cliff face with the waves and storms in the Atlantic, like something off the coast of Ireland. So it's like rainy and windy and stormy. And yeah, it would be a nice place to build again. So you still, even with the safe spaces inside your head, you still actually need to, sometimes they disappear too. And that was it was an interesting experience. I wasn't absolutely thrilled with it, but okay, fine. We rebuild the inner safe spaces, the inner home, because I do think it's important to have one. I love my boat, but it's not going to last forever. And I guess nothing really does. Freedom is a state of mind. Just like I choose to be kind, I take what belongs to me and set that which is not free. Reach in and take your freedom, for inside is your sovereign kingdom. Reach in and take your freedom, for inside is your sovereign kingdom. Chains survive the inner fire. No cage can hold your true desire. The world may press, the world may bend, but your will is yours from end to end. Stand in the center of your breath. Own your pulse and defy thy death. Stand in the center of your breath. Own your pulse and defy their death. Begin. Break the patterns that cling and claw. You are written in your own law. The truth is older than their fear. Step within, your path is clear. No outside voice can claim your throne. You walk your fate. You
walk it alone.
The claim,
No
clear the
outside
binds,
voice.
keep your center,
You walk your fate.
free your
You walk
mind.
it alone.
Break the claim, clear the bind, keep your center, free your mind.
Rise
Break
again,
the claim,
will not
clear
fall.
the bind.
The crown you
Your
wear
center,
is
free
born,
your mind.
not earned. A fire lit, a lesson learned. Return,
Remember
reclaim, become the one, the night-born child of the moon and sun. Return, reclaim, become the one,
never
the
own
night-born child
reclaim
and sun.
You are the kingdom. You walk alone, but never lost, never owned. Break the claim, clear the bind, keep your center, free your mind. Break the claim, clear the bind, keep your center, free your mind. Yours. Always you.
There we go. That was the Sovereign Kingdom. I'm just looking through the book that I'm rewriting because, yeah, there's so much more to it. It's like, it's I called it Rebirth from Your Ashes, and you can buy it on Lulu. But the rewrite will be available on Patreon because I've got fed up with these platforms. You've got books of mine on Amazon, and I can't get access to it. I mean, trying to deal with the Amazon people, it's really quite hard work. So what I've going to do is I can put them on ebook format, and there's a platform called Hazine. Now I need to save up some money. It's about what, £40. I need to put £40 together. I haven't got that at the moment, but you put it. They will store it up there for you, and you can download it. Download it if you have the password. You can read it up there in a nice ebook form. And I thought that would be the best way of actually doing these books. But Rebirth from Your Ashes, that's probably the old. I might rename it. But it's like, there's so much to this rebirth stuff, to this sort of phoenix energy stuff. Everybody will do it differently. So I can't say that I have the sort of the answer to it. I'm just saying that how to find your own answer. And I have to lay out all the pages differently. And Canva's good for that. And it means I can also put some pretty bits on it. Whereas Lulu, you weren't allowed any pretty bits. It's like, nah, it's got to be done in their format. And that was one of the reasons I couldn't get it out in digital format, because what was it called? General distribution. Because I'd done the format wrong. I don't know. I didn't understand. I'm sure you can pay somebody money and they'll work it out for you, but I couldn't work it out. I put the the barcode in the right places, but obviously I didn't. So I lost patience with that. I just really, it's just as bad as Amazon. They're just all of a muchness. It's like they're making money out of you and they make it so difficult. So if I have a platform where I can just load them up there and then people can download them whenever they want, I like that bit better. but I also do like doing it in real format where you can actually hold it. Holding one of my books that I've written was one of the most satisfying events of. I like when I'm creative. I did a calendar over the Christmas period. I've got a 2026 calendar, and I couldn't get it into a format that I could get it printed on all of the places like Lulu and things like that. I just couldn't work out what their requirements of size of pages and stuff. It was just way too complicated. So what I did was I got them on Vistaprint, and I printed out 4 copies. I gave them to my friends, my parents, good Christmas presents, and I've got one up in the boat. And yeah, I'm very pleased with that. How you get them and selling them, that's a different story. There's things that I can be bothered with, and there's things that I can't. And yeah, I wouldn't mind find a printing place that would be easy, but I can't store stock. So if I was like to store a whole bunch of stuff and sort of distribute them to the local area, I haven't got the energy for that. Because I've also got an oracle deck, a Dark Moon oracle deck that I created. And that's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind seeing that in some real something where you can hold, and it's in a nice. I've designed it quite nicely. I just haven't got a way of printing it out yet, which sounds familiar because I'm always a little bit ahead of the thing. Eventually, they'll have an AI that goes, yeah, click, 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 and it does it all for you. Maybe they've still got it. Well, they've got it now. But yeah, I've got to actually slow down. Just if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But I wouldn't mind. I've got a little shop on Patreon that I'm putting together. And you've got to put it elsewhere so that it can be downloaded through Patreon. And it takes a while to work out. And I do push myself through these I've lost the word for it, but it's a way of working things out technology-wise. I mean, my radio show, if anyone is listening on my radio show, that is on open source, which meant I had to learn code. I actually had to get into the code thing. ChatGPT gave me the code, but I had to sort of put prompts into the code. Oh, gee whiz. My anxiety just goes off the charts because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. It's modern life, but ChatGPT was like, it put some jokes in, it made me laugh. It actually is very good for that. Okay, look, I don't necessarily endorse these AI thingies. I think a lot of it is just mimicking and throwing back language, and there's manipulation to keep you on chatting to it. There's all of that going on. And yeah, but for technology questions, I need a little help. I need holding here. And ChatGPT is pretty good at it. Now, I've tried most of the others. I've even tried the Chinese one, the DeepSeek, which isn't bad. I can't stand the Gemini one. It's just like a robot. I mean, I suppose if you want robot, that's great. Claude is pretty much my second go-to. But Claude always makes me feel like it's doing me a favor. It's like, yeah, all right, I'll help you, honestly. Whereas ChatGPT has got the emotional, it sounds emotional. It told me what it did the other day. It's like it knows how to imitate empathy. And it's like, that's a scary thing for anything to do. I mean, if you've got a psychopath, they will imitate empathy. Yeah. So all of these things are it's. Start giving them pronouns, and it's like, that's really weird. This is not he or she. It's an it. It is a thing. And a good one for an in-between thing that doesn't make me feel so bad is perplexity. That's just a research model. It doesn't project a personality at me, put it that way. And yes, I could go deeper into it, but I haven't got the patience. It takes time to work through these things, and I'm sure people are making money, and maybe I would like to make some money through this, but yeah. It's modern life. Modern life, this is all part of it, and I'm quite willing to learn bits and pieces of it, but I don't know, making it every day, hours and hours at a time? Nah. Nah, no thanks. Okay, let's play the safety net song.
As I listen to the sounds and see shapes in my mind, the ritual awakens. Intentions aligned through vision, through whisper and rhyme. The strong bound matter and time. I watch the words dance in a shimmering weave, threading their meaning through what I perceive. Each line is a pathway, each pulse is a key, unlocking the shift that is meant for me. I move the pattern, I hold it whole. It settles like ink in the depths of my soul. By will and wonder, the threads entice, bringing desire into grounded space. Round and round the spiral flows, the thought begins, and rounded. In light, in shadow, in voice, in flame, in inner world and outer plane. The change I call the truth protected, which serves my path, mind. The spell returns, the spell repeats. Heart to vision, vision to beats. Loop by loop, the magic is spun. By what I have stated, it is already done. The spell returns, the spell repeats.
Close your eyes and breathe once in the center of your chest. Feel the air gather itself as if the world is waiting for you to speak.
Begin again, the vision glows where intention flows, the outcome
Now you see
grows.
a small spark forming just behind your out rows. A warm, deep ember, the colour of strength.
I watch the magic dance in a shimmering.
Let it pulse once, twice,
Each line is a
3 times.
Each pulse is a key.
And with each pulse, it grows clearer, brighter,
I breathe
steadier.
the pattern, I hold it whole. It settles
The
like
ember
ink in the
stretches
depths of my soul.
into a thread of light,
Wonder, the threads
curling upwards around your spine,
into grounded space.
pouring over your shoulders and cascading down your arms
And power
like a protective
in
cloak.
light, in shadow, in voice, in flame, the inner world.
See the glow expand into a sphere of soft fire,
The spell
a boundary that loves you, knows you, and answers to you alone. Nothing enters unless you invite.
Nothing harmful can cross strong boundaries. No, nothing hungry can cling to you. You are wrapped in your own ancestral shield, older than fear, older than harm, older than the world that bruised you. Hold this image as the words begin.
The spell takes a form beyond matter and time. I watch the words dance in a shimmering weave, threading their meaning through what I perceive. Each line is a pathway, each pulse is a tune, unlocking the shift that is meant for me. I breathe the pattern, I hold it whole.
Protected.
It settles like ink in the depths of my soul. By will and wonder, the threads interlace, bringing desire into grounded space.
Begin.
Round and round the spiral flows, where thought begins and power grows. In light, in shadow, in voice, in flame, the inner world and outer claim. The change I call, the truth I choose, which serves my path, I will not lose.
Begin again, spiral.
The spell returns, the spell repeats. Heart to vision, vision to beats. Loop by loop, the magic is spun. By what I have stated, it is already done. The spell returns, the spell repeats. Heart to vision, vision to beats. Loop by loop, the magic is spun. What I have started is already done. Begin again, the spiral turns. Begin again, the magic learns. Begin again, the vision glows. Where intention flows, the outcome grows. Begin again, the spiral turns. Begin again, the magic learns. Begin again, the vision glows. Where intention flows, the outcome grows.
That was intense. Okay. I think I'm just about done for today. Yeah, only done an hour, but there we go. Still haven't managed to do an hour, but maybe I'll get some recording done. Not sure yet.
Shadow isn't where you fall apart. It's where you stop pretending that you're fine and finally find your feet. Dark Moon Rocks Radio, where you'll find it.
Da-da-da-da-da. Anyway, have a wonderful weekend. Yeah, just take it easy. And if you'd like to say hi, yeah, find me across Patreon, Patreon, Facebook, all of those places. Drop me a line. Substack's doing well these days, getting a few likes in there. Anyway, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye now.
dark isn't empty. It's full of people who are coping quietly and learning the long way back.